that we go in at dawn. The Paras and Gurkhas of the 5th Armoured Brigade were ready. It was the roar of the first helicopters overhead that told them the signal had come. The British were going in. Chinooks swinging Land Rovers and bundles of ammunition from their bellies. Puma helicopters carrying the elite troops who were to secure the first bridgeheads. All were aware there were dangers below, some firing decoy flares as a precaution. And with them, riding shotgun, American Apache helicopters, now entering potentially hostile territory for the first time in this war. As the helicopters passed over, the troops began their move. A gentlemanly invasion, this, watched politely by bemused frontier police. These troops were moving 24 hours later than planned. The Russians had robbed them of the honor of being the first foreign troops in, but NATO's peaceful occupation of the province had begun. Walking alongside the vehicles, Gurkhas and sappers were detailed to search for mines or booby traps. The capital, Pristina, lay just 40 miles away, but every mile, every culvert, every bridge had to be secured for the heavy armour to roll through. And when it became clear this was to be a force so powerful that once in place, no one is going to challenge NATO's grip on this province. Challenger tanks, warriors, scimitar armoured cars, an array of British firepower not mobilised in Europe since World War II. Away from the roar of tank engines, the land they crossed was eerily quiet. Mile upon mile of southernmost Kosovo emptied of its people, the livestock slaughtered, crops unplanted, and in village after village, houses looted and then gutted by fire. As laid out in NATO's plans, by day's end the tanks were approaching the outskirts of the capital, Pristina. As dusk fell and amid a torrential thunderstorm, NATO's cavalry, in the form of the Challenger tanks of the King's Royal Hussars, was heading into the city. This is where NATO and its commander, General Sir Mike Jackson, will establish its headquarters. The symbolism is unmistakable. The NATO powers now run Kosovo.
Hey, so here I am. I'm in the capital of Kosovo, Pristina. So my perceptions of Kosovo are everything I would have seen on the news since the age of 10 or 11 years old. When the Yugoslavian war broke out, I heard nothing but Kosovo, Serbia, Croatia, ever since I was basically a boy going on teenager and then into my teenage years. So this has been a place I've been always curious about, and certainly a place I've always wanted to visit. And now I'm finally here. I finally get to say being to Kosovo, but that's not good enough. I want to explore the capital city, Pristina, and hopefully you can join me on the journey of me exploring this capital. Here we are, the main square, full of life, kids in cars. I've seen that in a lot of Eastern European countries actually. Let's go explore. I wish I had a skateboard. Hi. Alright, so the first thing I've noticed, the first thing I've noticed everywhere is the lack of women in veils. I'm very, very pleased about this actually. I mean, the shops are all beautifully laid out, look at that. The wedding dresses are quite hysterical, but they obviously like to dress up over here, it's nice. The women like to dress up. It's sort of Western sort of Eastern European standards, and it's not what I was expecting with a population 95% Muslim. I look around me and this is how Iran was probably in the 60s, and the fact that women aren't wearing headdresses, and I hope that never changes, because effectively the veil is a recent phenomenon, political statement, and I'm not seeing it here. I'm seeing people that are free. I'm seeing nice people. Anyway, the tour will continue.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to say newborn, but as you can see, someone's knocked over the N and the W. Newborn. It's supposed to be a newborn of the nation. Not quite the steps in Rio, but I hope I haven't missed this. I fear I may have done. Alright, this is amusing. We have an American flag just over here, and we have this ridiculous statue of Bill Clinton. Now I get the reason why people of Kosovo might be happy about Bill Clinton. I mean, he was directly and indirectly responsible for the sort of freedom of Kosovo and the ending of the Yugoslavian war. One of the few good things that potentially he did, although he went about it completely the wrong way. Bombing the crap out of Belgrade was not the right way to go about things. We could have sent troops in and it would have sorted itself out. But this man does not deserve a statue. Despite that, the man raped a woman at Oxford University. He went to Oxford University and he was sent back prematurely. No one knows the reason why. It was because he raped a woman, a British woman, and then over the course of his presidential career, he lied about sexual molesting. He lied about having a blowjob in the White House. No big deal. He's allowed to do that. But he did then proceed to rape 4 other women. Those women's names are right here. You can look them up on Google. They all appeared during the Hillary Clinton second debate, or Donald Trump had them in the audience. And Bill Clinton looked very awkward at that moment. A man that's not guilty would not look awkward during that moment. And he did look incredibly guilty. This man is not a good person, but thankfully his wife will never be president. Thankfully.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them here tonight. One of the women, who is a wonderful woman, at 12 years old, was raped at 12. Her client, she represented, got him off, and she's seen laughing on 2 separate occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight. So don't tell me about words. I apologize for those words. But it is things that people say. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight. And I will tell you that when Hillary brings up a point like that, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago, I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth.
Brand new, still being built. I saw the diggers outside basically putting the steps in. It's very beautiful. Right in the center of Kosovo. It's quite a statement. Well, you saw it here first. I'm sure it's going to be very impressive when it's finished. This is Kosovo. It's quite windy up here. Straight drop. Oh my god. Look at the clock tower. I can't see it. $7 o'clock. Wow. Yo, so here I am at the top of the Mother Teresa clock tower. First church I've ever been in that has an elevator. The elevator took me right up to the top. The elevator said 5 floors, so, but the reality is there's no floors. There's a bell right above me. So, yeah. Hopefully it's gonna... Maybe if it goes... It's not gonna work, is it? Yeah. Typical. But look at the view. It's still under construction, hence the graffiti. This is just construction. This obviously will not be here when this is complete. I'm surprised the bells are going when it is complete. There's dust up here. So that's the north end of the city. That's east. That's west, and that is south. Cool, eh? Alright, I'm going to turn this off. It's going to keep ringing. Okay, so that was the Cathedral of Mother Teresa. As you can see, still under construction, but it didn't stop them ringing the bells. I am now shouting, probably because I'm on a busy road, but I'm also deaf because of those bells. But what an incredible view. It gives you a perspective on the size of the city. You can see pretty much, you can see the entire city from up there. I'm in two minds about that one, about the name of the cathedral. My Irish grandmother, she liked Mother Teresa. My Dutch grandfather and my Scottish grandmother also loved Mother Teresa and only said positive things about her. But there's a bit of controversy when it comes to Mother Teresa. Rather than me sort of mumble on, I'll let you hear it from the words of Christopher Hitchens.
I would describe Mother Teresa as a fraud, a fanatic, and a fundamentalist. I'm Christopher Hitchens, and I'm the author of a book called The Missionary Position, which investigates Mother Teresa. Everything everybody thinks they know about her is false. Not just most of the things, all the things. It must be the most single successful emotional con job of the 20th century. She was corrupt, nasty, cynical, and cruel.
Mother Teresa was known for her home for the dying in Calcutta, India. It sure ain't a hospital. There are no doctors saving lives. This is just a place for victims to suffer and die by the rules of the Catholic Church.
You went to Calcutta, you had a 50% chance of running into her, maybe. Much more likely you'd find her with Nancy Reagan or Princess Diana off in some foreign capital, beating the bushes and posing for pictures, or even worse than that, with real crooks and exploiters and robbers of the poor, such as the Duvalier family in Haiti.
Wait, not the same Duvalier family that raped and pillaged the Haitian countryside, terrorizing everyone under their iron-fisted rule? Hard to believe, but old Mother Teresa in this 1991 photo op with Baby Doc's wife proclaimed that the Duvaliers loved the poor, that the poor loved them, and most outrageous of all, quote, "It was a beautiful lesson for me."
She did press some people who were wealthy to give money so that she could use it in a way to help the poor and to set up the orphanages and the hospices.
Oh, she used the dough to help the very people from whom it was taken. Well, no.
If there is a big program to ameliorate Haiti run by her order, I've never heard of it. She wasn't in the least bit interested in alleviating poverty. I would say it was a certainty that millions of people died because of her work, and millions more were made poorer, stupider, more sick, more diseased, more fearful, and more ignorant.
Disappointing there's no British flag. Oh well. This is the National Library. It's like some Hive alien spaceship, but it's actually the National Library, sorry. I like it. It looks great from the top as well, as you can see. There's a lot more churches in Pristina than I was expecting. I was expecting more mosques. What's interesting, all the mosques are towards the north side of the city, whereas the churches are sort of south, around the south and the southeast.
Stand by me, baby, stand by me. As the sky I look upon will come from the bridge down the mountain, will crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't try to see Jesus gone. As you stand by me. Oh, darling, don't say just stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me.
Merkel must weg, or Merkel must go, It's a phrase that's gaining traction across Germany. A spate of attacks across the south of the country has seen the phrase appearing on keychains, bumper stickers, t-shirts and posters.
It's all good. It's all good.
What are you guys doing in?
But when you get rejected, and when I get a call from you, I'll be like, yo, I'm busy right now.
Yo, so I just saw a car crash in front of me. They're trying to pick up the debris now. Oh, police turned up. That was my one day in Pristina. Well, one night in Pristina, and yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed the city. I got to walk around a little bit this morning. I stupidly overdid it last night. I went on some pub crawl. Best, a good way to basically find places I wouldn't have found. And yeah, it was Kosovo, small country, and a small capital, but highly recommend it. Oh, if you like this, click like, also click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?